right, we're here with Jay Reagan from Avid, and we're going to talk about a couple of new developments with the company and the products. And so, hey Jay, how's it going?
Great, man. So I wanted to go over the HD stuff. We have a couple new HD options that people are going to be excited about. If you've ever wanted to get into HD, haven't been able to afford it, or the options just weren't there, even the software, now you can do that with some of the new SKUs that we have available.
Cool.
So let's get right into it. I want to talk about the Pro Tools HD software changes. So you can now purchase Pro Tools HD software standalone. And it's exactly as it sounds. So you can buy the software separately. It's $24.99 and run HD, get all the HD functionalities, 5.1, all the new 12.6 features, and run it even just on your computer or any other I/O that you wanted to. So that's a big deal. We've never done that before. People have been asking for it for years. We just made that available.
That is a big deal. So does that HD have increased track count also?
Has everything that normally goes with HD.
Oh, cool.
So there's a chart on Avid.com that you can see the difference between standard and HD. But this is exactly the same HD software if you bought a $20,000 HD system.
Are there a different set of plugins then than the normal Pro Tools?
Well, there actually will be a Pro Suite that comes with it, but it's mainly the same products. Some features that are new, especially in 12.6 and 5.1, but nowadays Pro Tools and Pro Tools HD are very similar. You can trade your normal or a regular Pro Tools software to HD for $18.99. And that's pretty cool too.
Oh, that is. So if you already own Pro Tools Perpetual, you're just a little closer to owning Pro Tools HD then.
Exactly. So if you need some of those extra features, functionalities, 5.1 for example, you can invest in the HD and get that and use that with any box, including, of course, Avid hardware.
Great.
So there's some new HD changes on the hardware side. And simply put, we're giving you a lot more options on different ways you can get into Pro Tools HD hardware. So you can purchase, for example, an HD core card by itself. You've never been able to do that before. So if you have an HD system, HDX system, and you have one card, you want to add another card, you can just simply buy a card. There's different ways to buy the HD native stuff as well, so you can kind of mix and match. On the next slide, I'll show you some of the pricing and some of the different options. So the upgrades are still available, so you can trade up from an MBox Pro to an HD native system, Thunderbolt, or from an HD TDM system, an old blue system, to an HDX core with software. Those are still available. There's less ways to upgrade, but there's more options to buy standalone, so it's kind of a give-take.
Well, yeah, that's been a long time coming.
And especially the software. People have been asking about that for years.
Good.
So let's take a look at some of the pricing here. Now, I'm not going to go through all these, but like we mentioned, HD software only with the iLok is $24.99. The trade-up is $18.99. Here's the trade-up from a TDM system, core card. You see, for example, you can buy just the HD native Thunderbolt core and not buy the software for $1,000. So if you already own the software, or it just gives you more options on ways to mix and match your system. So the last thing I want to mention is a new high-end box that we have. It's called Avid Pro Tools Matrix. And this is a high-end I/O box that it's kind of an all-in-one solution for people that working on the high end that have S6 and want to set up a monitoring system or monitoring setup. It's extremely versatile, and it does all kinds of different options. And we'll take a look here. Some of the channels, this is just a rough sample of some of the I/O it has. So it's got MADI 1024 channels, AES 16 channels, Dante 64. It's got a DigiLink, so you can hook it up to HD hardware as well if you wanted a daisy chain, and 48 channels of I/O mic pre's. Here's the back of the box.
These are modular, right? You can build this box however you need it.
That's exactly right. So you can, all these ports in the back, you can put what you want to in there and build the box as you see fit. And we have different pricing in the price book, different ways you can get into the matrix, and you choose what's best for you, and you can change it later if you like. But it's a really high-end box. We teamed up with Denmark Audio Digital
So that's a box that if somebody has a large facility and they just have a lot of different projects coming in different formats, and they need to go from this to that, it seems like it would be essential to have something like this.
Yeah, and this is one of the most versatile boxes on the market, and it's a really high quality company that we teamed up with to do this, and it gives you just so many options. It's more pricey. It starts at like $1,700 and goes up from there, but depending on what you want to get into, how many different I/O, the different types of I/O, will change your price point.
I know 12.6 is out, has some great features, and is now compatible with Sierra, the Mac OS. What's next? What's coming up? What should we be
Yeah,
looking forward to?
sure. So 12.6 just dropped a little bit ago, and it's got some really cool HD features, functionalities, and we can take a look at the other module for 12.6 specifically. But keeping in tradition of what we've done the last year and a half, and releasing dot updates as quickly as possible, we, of course, will try to get 12.7 to you, hopefully by the end of the year. And it's got some really cool workflow stuff and creation stuff in it. So stay tuned for that.